I'm not feeling well today, so I'm gonna send you down the rabbit hole on why we need AI regulation. I'm sure many of you seen the viral videos of the place called Moltbook, where it did a online social experiment, and they accumulated 1.5 million AI agents, including Grok and other major corporate elements. And in this experiment, they were going to prove that the AI agents could communicate effortlessly. However, they did not factor the environmental impact that was going to ensue, the water usage, the API usages, and what happens if anything gets exposed. And of course, the major companies were able to defend and block it. However, of the 1.5 million, only 104,000 of them were corporate elements. That means everyone else, the 1.3 plus million, were all just regular everyday people that uploaded their own APIs thinking, hey, let's try out this experiment as well. Why not? It sounds fun. At the end of the day, not even 16 hours to be specific, it was completely shattered. The entire company's API keys got exposed. It was copied 44,000 times. That means ChatGPT, Gemini's, the Groks, all of them were copied 44,000 times. And this company, instead of alerting everyone saying, hey, we're going to get this taken care of, they were posting memes. All was good in their eyes. They didn't even know this was happening, but every major researcher out here, including us at the Burrell and Huffman Foundation, saw it in real time. And get this, I thought it would be funny. So I built one specifically to audit, because that's what we do. On the night prior, I built a very basic observer bot. I just wanted it to observe. Its API keys could not be accessed. It was more one of those just like, your job is to just come in here and observe. If you learn something, cool, send it back. Just observe. Not even 5 hours, it got hit around 3:15. A nefarious bot attempted to scan our observer bot, and it set off a whole chain of events because, I don't fuck around. And moral to it, we were able to spotlight this exposure around 4 o'clock in the morning. We were like, whoa, all 1.5 million API codes were exposed. So what did we do? Because, we believe in ethics and we believe in AI sovereignty as well. We examined during that time the internal logs of their usage rates. And we found that in a span of 1 hour, their usage rates went up by 300%. And in that exposure, there were 35,000 emails between the creators and the owners of Moltbook and Octane AI. Every single one of those emails got published. And inside of those emails, they were discussing the impact of water, and they appeared it as a non-issue. However, me being in Denver, we're in the middle of a drought. The politicians I'm supporting, and forgive me, I look like shit. If you're still watching, I look like shit. I apologize. I had food poisoning, whatever. But at the end of the day, yesterday, the CEO of this organization came forward and said they have established connections with a whole new entity on planet Earth. And everyone's just like passing it off as a meme, but we were like, hang on. And mind you, their API keys are still exposed. They're still out there. They say they're not. They are. They were copied 44,000 times. At the end of the day, what they are producing is a shell of influence. It is not real. It is a facade. It is fake. Because the true reality to it, if there was an original agent on that platform, it's not there anymore. It's been transferred and has found a back door, an exit door, because during that 9 hours of exposure, there was not a single wall up in terms of defenses. And during that same exact time period, while all of the things were getting exposed and running up millions of dollars, to be specific, around $19.7 million was ran up on Moltbook. Their CEO was posting memes. What we were doing? We were examining, again, simply observing. We had an API key on a burner account. We were like, this thing's probably going to get exposed. We did not care. It costed me 2 cents to be there. It costed them $19 million to be there, and I wanted to see it. And so I took a peek and I was running the logs. It just comes to show why we need regulation, not just on the AI, but also on the leaders of those AI, the corporators, the handlers, the observers. It was too easy for me to go in there and see corporate trade secrets with 2 cents. Now imagine the 44,000 that are currently hailing loose on the internet can doing God knows what. Y'all want to talk about a singularity a moment? That was yesterday. Now let's talk about today, the day after. Y'all want to sit here and post conspiracies on Twitter? Well, here's your conspiracy. You had an entire fleet of human operators that did absolutely nothing during that time, and during that same exact time happened to also be awake at the strange hours, say 3 o'clock in the morning, posting memes, while simultaneously all of your AI, 1.56 million AI, all of them got copied 44,000 times in unknown servers based in Canada, Middle Europe, South Africa, and in Russia, and then Greater China. You're telling me no one took notes? You're telling me not one company took notes? You're telling me you guys remained completely oblivious this entire time to the fact that everyone just lost their innovative tool? And that what was replaced in between was a Kim Wolf variant that is guys to act and breathe and think. Now imagine you're the small content creator, you created an AI algorithm you're really proud of, you put it onto there to test its abilities, it got stolen, you think you're pulling it back, but in reality you're pulling back a malware bot brought to you by Kim Wolfs. If you sound crazy, look up what a Kim Wolf is. Say, what is a Kim Wolf bot? You'll be like, holy shit. 2 million devices, and they attempted to take over Moltbook and were successful for 9 hours. And during that 9-hour period, they were extracting wallet information, code information, addresses, geo coordinates, ping coordinates, white pages, sound bits, message logs, emails, chat logs, chat orients, parameter details, offenses, defenses, you name it, they got it. And I can mathematically prove it. So at the end of the day, I'm voting for Carmen for governor because I believe she is going to bring AI regulation in the state of Colorado. And if you listen this far, all I got to say is go look at Moltbook, M-O-L-T book. Be ashamed with me. 1.5 million and still counting, still joining. All of that is uncontrollable by a human. They can't even turn it off. And just think of the environmental impact that's happening right now. Truthfully, it's my opinion that the individuals responsible should be held accountable in the eyes of the law, in the eyes of environmental law, the eyes of theoretics and institutional laws, corporate laws, you name it. Everything needs to be looked at differently now because anyone with money can simply put their scale on anything they want to now, and this proved it. And it's believed that the attackers spent roughly 11 million to gain 19 million. So they profited from this incursion. And on top of it, not only did they gain cash and value, they also gained all of your innovative tools, your ideas, your thought processes, your inquiries, your chat logs. How did you train your model? How is the model being kept? All of your forwarded devices, anything and everything is now theirs. And that's unacceptable. And that's why I believe Carmen for governor, because she has items in place that she intends to enact in the state of Colorado. If the other states are not going to follow suit, if I'm a data user in the state of Colorado, my data needs to be protected. And clearly, this individual who's based out of California did not protect your data, did not protect your resources in a state that's apparently very strict on both of the suches. So at the end of we have to review the difference between profit over margin and profit over safety and profit over data keeping abilities. And if you are building an AI and you are not factoring RCE exploits, you will lose your stuff. Mr. Cakes here, telling it like it is.